Greetings, everyone. I'm hoping this becomes a weekly show. I really do. And we're going to talk about the first episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, for those that are unknown to me and unknown to what I like, I have never missed an episode of Power Rangers ever. I have watched all 25 seasons. I've even started now to dabble in the proper Super Sentai. That's how much of a fan I am of this stuff. Even though I am not a fan of Nickelodeon's Super season split plus its new 6 a.m. time slot, because God, that's way too early in the 21st century for kids to be waking up for a kids show. After all, there's nothing like Fox Kids or ABC Kids to make up the difference like there used to be. And considering it's followed by SpongeBob, it really shows the priorities of Nickelodeon. But hey, we're getting off topic here. And also known as Beast Unleashed marks the beginning of the Hasbro era. I know this channel is primarily focused on another Hasbro property, but we'll be getting back to that in April. 9 to 5, working hard to make a living. But as for this crazy show, in this universe dimension, a coastal city known as Coastal Cove has found a way to utilize the power of the very morphin grid that is the source of the Power Ranger power and turn it into a usable, refined energy source known as morph-x. This group, known as Grid Battle Force, is about to hit the yes button on it and turn the power on. They prepared for everything, and as the mayor of the city prepares to see the final check, give a speech, and flip the switch, everything seems to be going quite nicely. But not everything's so nice. Mainly based around the mayor's son, Devin. Devin's a gamer and a partial martial artist, and might I say, overachiever. He's kinda bored. His father has big plans, big business plans, because he's a big businessman. Kinda echoes back to Wes Collins and Time Force, in a different angle, of course. But once he finds out where his father's headed, he wants to go there too, to check out the battle simulator that the Rangers use. Battle simulator? Yes, even Grid Battle Force has prepared for, well, let's just call it what it is. The inevitable. Monsters attacking giant mechs and the like. Developing a set of Power Rangers, just in case the city might. But let's be honest, they will need them. Already picking 3 candidates, one in which Devin runs into, 2 at the local gym practicing martial arts, in which Devin shows his proficiency there. Devin, using the almighty power of a cell phone, manages to hijack his way through security, which the security is of course ran by 2 bumbling idiots, aka your bog and skull analogs, although they're kinda funny. While the mayor's taking a tour of the facility, we run into Nate. He's a 10-year-old child prodigy and the developer and maintainer of all the tech. as well as the commander of the base known as Commander Shaw, who happens to be one of the selectees' mothers, Robbie. Robbie, as well as his girlfriend Roxy, are two of the selected, as well as the third we met back at the gym named Blaze. These are the three Power Rangers that the GDB have chosen to be our Rangers. But right before and right after the switch is pulled, something's not quite right. Devin has seen it. A snake-like figure infiltrating the program, who we later find out is our main villain of this season, known as Evox. And Evox wastes no time in hijacking the system and turning two of the Rangers evil. Well, not exactly. What he did was literally suck their souls out, leaving nothing but Avatar Husk Rangers, as the two humans, Blaze and Roxy, are put into a coma. Only through the Avatar destruction can the two be saved, we find out later. We also, in the middle of the piece, run into our third main, a highly optimistic laundry girl, it seems, named Zoe. Zoe tried out for the Grid Battle Force program, but flunked out. Think Boom from SPD. But she's got big plans and big thoughts. Some of them will probably turn into weapons and vehicles later in the season, which is nice foreshadowing on the show's part. In fact, there's a ton of foreshadowing and callbacks to previous seasons here. Even name drops of villains like Rita Repulsa, Sledge, and Galvanax. Heck, even the show knows Odious's time as the main villain of Ninja Steel was a waste. All in all, a battle starts out between the newly formed avatars and Devin and Robbie, which Robbie had a relationship with Roxy, who was trying to break it off at the last minute because Rangers can't be together and fight together too. Wes and Jen and Haley and Calvin would like to talk to you. That's a misnomer. But because of his regrets, obviously he's gonna feel down some. Nate manages to transfer the powers of a cheetah, jackrabbit, and gorilla and form our Ranger suits proper. Yep, that's right. Morphing grid energy mixed with animal DNA. Not the first time that animals have been used in a Power Ranger season, but certainly the most knowledgeable so far. Keep in mind, for those that are new to finding out about this series, the suits for the first time are not spandex, they're full-on leather. And they look very, very good. In fact, I would say they are the best looking suits of the modern era of Rangers. Consider the modern era from the time that Disney took over in 2001 to right about now. And you see where I stand on that. Great battle ensues, and the good guys managed to win thanks to Nate doing some dimensional teleporting, but even notes that they'll be back. They're intelligent. And also, Evox has left a symbol of their own accomplishment around too, in the form of a snake on the ground, through the rocks, of course. All in all, this premiere hits it right out of the park, fast and quick. Gone are the gone is the BS slowdown to the buildup of everything. All the crucial information is dished out at you. You get the Rangers and the suits at the end, which you like, but no proper morph yet. Guess we're gonna have to wait till next week. But the foreshadowing to all the weapons, possible gear, callbacks could lead to team-ups aplenty, especially with the Ninja Steel cast, I hope, among other things. Our villains are introduced, but not really. They're still an air of mystery. And even the Mayor Devon's father, has their doubts whether this whole morph-x energy thing is a good thing. So hopefully we get some father-son dynamic rivalry thing, as well as with Ravi's mother as well. The only thing that you could say you could not like about this opener is how short the opening sequence actually is. It's only 30 seconds. It's not really a full song even at all. It's over before you can blink. And it's so short that it took 7 minutes and 33 seconds in the opener. Trust me, I have a DVR, I checked, before the opening was actually used. Which shows how crazy short it is. Usually around the 2-minute mark, you would usually get the opening in previous seasons. Acting is great, and choreography was fantastic. Color palette and the sets themselves are fantastic. It looks like they're gonna rely less on the Super Sentai footage. In other words, Hasbro using that money though, which would be the first time in Power Rangers history for a long time that it's going to be mostly an American affair, I hope. But until the Zords show up next week, we haven't really started the season yet. But there's history referenced and great potential abound. All I would have to ask Hasbro is for those Power Rangers Cross My Little Pony toys. I still want them, and I will keep asking for them until they are done. God darn it, there's a money-making possibility here. All in all, this is a great opener, and trust me, I may have just explained everything to you, but it's a great watch, especially if you've been outside of the Ranger mythos for a while. Get back on the boat, there's plenty of potential here, and if you want, I'll cover each episode as it comes, probably every Sunday, considering it's an early wake-up call for these things, and considering that New 26 is on its way in a month, that might interfere with the Saturday slot. But let me know down in the comment section below if you would want more of these. I love Power Rangers, and I love talking about it. More than you think I let on. But it's up to you. So until next week, hopefully, I might do it anyway, seeing that the next episode is more like a part 2. I'm Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own Nirvana. And I'll see you next week.